The Member of Parliament for Dom Kwabenya, Sarah Adwoa Safo, has expressed her gratitude to President Akufo-Addo for his support during her difficult time. Adwoa Safo was dismissed as Minister of Gender and Social Protection in July, following her long absence from Parliament and the ministry. According to the presidency, her dismissal was in accordance with Article 81A of the Constitution. The legislator said she has handed over official access to the ministry's administrator. She believes her dismissal from the ministry will give her more time to concentrate on parliamentary responsibilities and constituency engagements.
Exactly, and she says it will afford her ample time to attend to parliamentary duties.
The worst,
is Adwoa Safo in the jurisdiction?
The worst part is when she even says that it will also help to consolidate the gains they've made as a government. I mean,
she was part of the government.
I don't even know. This is the most confusing thank you statement or letter I've ever seen in my life, and the commentary that has surrounded this is very interesting. But on a more serious note, if you look at all that has happened in the last couple of weeks, it's sad that we had to come to this point. Analyzing, we've spoken a lot about Adwoa Safo on this particular show, the committee, the privileges committee, so many things have come up. But for me, I want to really look at it from a different perspective and sort of bring Parliament inside. You would recall that in the year 2021, when the vetting for MPs was going on, and she had the opportunity
vetting to take
vetting for ministers was going on, and she had the opportunity to appear before the appointments committee. She was one of the ministers that had the shortest time, and for me that spoke volumes with regards to the fact that to a very large extent, maybe Parliament didn't pay attention to her enough. She probably wasn't prepped well for the role ahead. I mean, I've always been of the view that for some ministerial positions, you just don't need party people. You need very experienced and people vested in the field. And for me, the Ministry of Children, Gender and Social Protection is one of such ministries. You need someone who is known for someone, who is known for something, someone who stood for something, not necessarily a lawyer, not necessarily an outspoken person, maybe an activist, someone who's out there, known for championing the interest of women and children. Exactly. And for me, number one, Honorable Adwoa Safo, with the greatest respect, didn't appear to be that person. So when the appointments came, myself and I believe to a very large extent, Ghanaians expected that the appointments committee was sought to not grow, but bring out the issues, get her to explain the issues very well, and let her understand the scope of work ahead. Maybe that is why she probably didn't last in the ministry, and we've seen all of these things happen. It's unfortunate that we have to get to this point, but I think to a very large extent, Parliament is part of the problem. They probably didn't do enough work in making sure that she understood the role ahead. Reason why she probably eventually just wasn't able to really succeed at the ministry.
All right. She says, well, this will give her enough time to work to help the party break the eight.
And for me, another thing briefly is we glean from this is that she's probably come back for good now, because in the statement she says that she wants the opportunity to now focus on Dome Kwabenya. So hopefully, and her parliamentary duties and constituency work.
And work to break the eight.
So hopefully now
we wish her well.
She's resolved her issues and wants to come back and focus on parliamentary work. But I'm sure the privileges committee is still looking at the issues, and some of these things will be coming up again. But it's very interesting. I mean, I didn't expect the letter in the first place, and seeing the letter come out, I was really taken out. I was really surprised. But hopefully, we get more clarity on what the privileges committee want to do going forward with regards to whether or not she remains a member of Parliament of the House.
All right, we'll get to know that.